Now we will tackle on the instruments used in question document examination. So for those who are not document examiners, maybe you might think that amo ara ning di mata-mata ang amo ang mga documents or mga signature or mga specimens nga ipang-examine. But we actually use different instruments in document examination. So first off is we have the magnifying lens or the magnifying glass. So ang kaning magnifying lens, mo ni siya ang klase sa tool or instrument nga amo ang gigamit to magnify or to enlarge our specimens. Now, there are various magnifying lens. So here we have the horseshoe lens. And this is also a type of magnifying lens nga kung asa naa na siya light mismo sa iyahang lens or sa iyahang instrument. And here we have the traditional magnifying lens. But overall, same ra ni sila og kaning function. They are used to magnify or used to enlarge the specimens or subjects that we examine. Next, we have the stereoscopic binocular microscope. So, ang kani siyang stereoscopic binocular microscope, it is like a traditional microscope or a simple microscope. However, gitawag siyang stereoscopic tungod kay once you put your eyes through these holes, ang katong imuhang subject is three-dimensional na siya, no? So, mura siyang imuha siyang gi-view in real time or not real time, in real life. So, mas closer siya, mas mudako siya, but dili ka malibat og tan-aw sa imuhang specimen tungod kay mura ra man kag nagtan-aw niya with your own eyes. Next, we have the measuring test plates. Now, if you are familiar with graphometry, this is the study of a person's handwriting and to determine his or her personality. But kani sa graphometry, ang atong gitanaw are the alignment, slant, spacing, proportions of letters, size of letters, width, length, and angles. So we use the measuring test plates. So ang kaning measuring test plates nani siya ay mga numbers nga kung asa atong tan-awon ang size, angle, slanting or spacing between letters ug ang letters mismo. So ato ang gamiton ang measuring test plates para matan-aw nato ang size or slanting or spacing or angles sa ato ang subjects or specimens. Next is we have the table lamps, also known as the gooseneck lamps. Now, ang kaning table lamps or gooseneck lamps, importante kayo ni siya for document examiners because if you can notice, if you're going to study and you only have minimal light source, mo strain siya sa imong mata, so sakit siya sa imong mata. So, ang kaning table lamps or gooseneck lamps, usara ni siya ka light aid na kung asa mas ma-illuminate ang imuhang pag-examine sa imuhang subject. So, light source ra na siya, but it will provide more light kung mag-conduct na ka og examination para dili sakit sa mata. Next, we have the transmitted light gadget. So, ang kaning transmitted light gadget na ay light source nga mugawas gikan sa ilawom. So, when we say transmitted, it means the light is coming from the bottom. Now, gamiton ni siya ang transmitted light gadget to examine documents nga that is, let's say, suspected to have been forged using traced forgery. Kay mas makita na to ang tracing nga mga strokes or mga tracing marks gamit ang transmitted light gadget. Next, we have, speaking of light examination, we have different light examination. So we have infrared light examination. So from the word infrared, of course, we are using the infrared light. So gamito na to ang infrared light examination para maklaro na to ang mga writings that are invisible. But through infrared light, mahimo siya nga visible. And we also use this to examine sa mga charred nga mga documents. Ngayon, tag-charred documents, muning katong mga nasunog nga mga dokumento and dili na legible or dili na mabasa ang katong iyahang mga writings. But with the use of infrared light, we can see them or they will become visible. Next, we also have the ultraviolet light examination. So from the word ultraviolet, so of course, we are using the ultraviolet light. So here, the UV radiation is invisible and occurs in wavelengths just below the visible blue violet of the visible spectrum. So since ubos man ang iyahang wavelength, mo mo adapt siya sa kaning mga documents nga naay fluorescence nga feature. So, ato ang gamiton ang ultraviolet examination to identify if the documents, especially official documents presented, are let's say, genuine or original. So for example, naa kay license diha. So ang Philippine license para determine nato nga original jud siya sa middle nga part ana nay mogawas nga Philippine Eagle. So gamito nato ang ultraviolet light examination para mapagawas nato to ang agila because ang agila nga naa sa atong lisensya it has a fluorescence feature. Okay? Next, we have the microscopic examination. So this is same with the binocular microscope or the kadtong stereoscopic binocular microscope. But the only difference is that the microscopic examination naa siya light mismo nang nagikan sa iyahang lens or kung asa ta diri na to ibutang ang specimen and then ang light source magikan siya diri nga hole. And it is used to magnify our specimen or our subjects with the correct light source. But ang atong gamiton na nga light source is only the white light, which means ang katong suga nga puti ra. So it's not infrared light and it's not ultraviolet light. Next, light examinations as to the direction of source. So of course, naman tay lahi-lahi nga klase sa light examination, napod tay lahi-lahi nga agianan sa ato ang light. So we have the oblique or side light examination, and we also have the transmitted light examination. Now, I think I did not put the other part. So just to give you an illustration, I will Nasa ni siya, ako siyang kuan sa inyo ha. So, we actually have three light examinations as to the direction of source. So, we have the direct, oblique, and transmitted. So, kung mingon tag direct light source, it means ang light na gikan sa babaw. Kung mingon tag oblique or side light, it means ang light nagikan sa kilid or isig ka kilid. So it's either left or right. So kung mingon po ta og transmitted, it means the light source is coming from the bottom. So to put it simply, direct babaw, oblique kilid, and transmitted is ubos. So it's direct, oblique, and transmitted. Direct babaw, oblique kilid, and transmitted is ubos. Okay? Next, we have the ultraviolet lamp. So, ang ultraviolet lamp po ni ang klase sa instrument nga itong gamiton sa question document examination nga mo-emit sa ultraviolet light. Okay? Next, we have the infrared viewer. So, mo ni ang klase sa instrument nga itong gamiton sa question document examination nga mo-emit og infrared light. And I have already discussed what is the difference between the infrared light or kung asa na to gamiton si infrared light ug asa na to gamiton si ultraviolet light. Next, we have the iodine fuming apparatus. So for those who are fingerprint examiners and for those who are fingerprint majors, you already know what is iodine fuming apparatus. So from the word iodine, of course, it's using the chemical called iodine. And here we have the word fuming, which means this instrument or apparatus produces fumes, which means kanang mga gagmay kaayo nga smokes. Now, kaning iodine fuming apparatus, gamito nato na siya to make invisible writings visible. So same with latent prints, no? So if let's say for example na ay latent print sa wall or sa document, magamit ta og iodine fuming apparatus to develop these latent prints. So same with document examination. Kung na ay invisible writing, we use the iodine fuming apparatus to develop the invisible writings. Next, we have the paper thickness gauge. So from the word thickness, gauge, meaning atuan ni siyang gamiton to measure the thickness of our paper. Now, if there's a case nga kung asa na ay tao nga mo claim nga ang ilahang document is gi-execute pag 1987. But then you notice that the surface or let's say the physical feature of the paper that is used in that document is somewhat similar to the feature of our papers now. Ato ang gamiton ang paper thickness gauge to determine kung pareho ba jud sila o gibag-on. Because if you can notice, ang katong mga papers sa una o katong papers karon is lahi-lahi na sila og feature o lahi-lahi pod sila og thickness. Ng tag thickness atong i-measure ang gibag-on. Okay? Next, we also have the comparison microscope. Now, see, comparison microscope, this is actually a very good type of apparatus or let's say instrument used in question document examination. So, Gitawag siya comparison microscope tungod kay na siya duha ka kaning lenses, okay? Now here, you can put the question specimen and here you can put the standard specimen. Now, pwede nimo gamitan or pwede nimo ibutang ang imuhang mata sa kaning duha ka binoculars or kaning ocular nga ports. But naapod siya screen. So, when you use the comparison microscope, dali na lang kaayo nimo pag-determine kung unsa ang kalahian or let's say also the similarities sa imuhang specimens. Tungod kay pwede man nimo ibutang side by side ang imuhang question and standard specimens. And what makes it more easy to use is it can be reflected on screen so you don't have to put your eyes on these ports. Next, we have the video spectral comparator. So among all of the instruments used in question document examination, ang video spectral comparator mo ni ang ako ang pinaka-favorite. However, this is very pricey or this is very expensive. Now, this is my favorite because it is compact, meaning kompleto siya tanan. Now, along with this instrument, you will get a computer or a hardware. Okay, so na ang computer o ang CPU. And together with the computer and CPU, napod na ang software that is connected to your instrument. So let's say for example, mag-examine ka og document. Pictura nimo ang document, mabutang na dayon na siya sa memory sa imuhang computer. So even if wala mismo nimo ang original nga document, pwede na ra nimo siya i-bring out gamit ang naa sa kung unsay naa sa imuhang computer. And this is also very good tungod kay kompleto siya with all of the light sources. So naa na siya visible light, which is the white light. It also emits the black light, the ultraviolet light, and the infrared light. And it can also emit different light sources. Pwede siya direct, oblique, and transmitted. And also, it can take photographs, it can record, and you can also use the computer to put markings on the documents. So not mismo sa original nga document but kung unsa ang na-store nga memory or let's say katong file nga naa sa imong computer. So this is the easiest tool or not tool, this is the easiest instrument to be used when you conduct a document examination. However, again, this is very expensive. Next, we have the electrostatic detection apparatus, also known as the ESDA. Now, si electrostatic detection apparatus, ato na siyang gamiton to detect indented writings. So, as what I have explained before, ang kaning indented writings mo ni siya ang mga sinuwatan nga naluta. So let's say for example, this is the top page which is the original. And kani sila mga pages down, mo ni sila ang mga pages nga nalutaan sa kung unsay gisuwat sa top page. Now, if you don't use the ESDA, dili pa nimo maklaro ang numbers. But with the use of ESDA, pwede nimo ma-bring out or ma-make visible ang katong mga indented writings. Now, unsa may pamaagi sa ESDA? As you can see here, diri nimo ibutang ang imuhang paper or let's say ang document nga kung asa imuhang i-develop ang indented writing. Kabira na siya og cling wrap. So na siya plastic diri. So i-bring out nimo ang plastic diri nya dayon na ana siya special nga powder. Nya kani siya kay mo na siya magnet nga naay electrostatic. So mudagan na siya kauban sa powder, dako na siya sa powder. And then mo na dayon na ma-develop na dayon ang imuhang writings or ang katong indented writings. And lastly, we have the shadow graph. Now, kaning shadow graph, this is very useful when you conduct an examination when it comes to forged documents or kaning mga documents nga kung asa pwede gigamitan og lahi-lahi nga ink or pwede pod gamiton nimo si shadow graph kung mag-examine ka sa features sa usa ka writing material. Nga naman kay mas klaro kaayo nimo ang fibers, maklaro nimo ang mga overlapping strokes sa imong handwriting or sa usa ka handwriting nga imong gikopya. So diri nimo ibutang ang imong specimen and diri imong dili lang siya ma-enlarge, mas maklaro nimo ang kaning mga kasway-kasway mismo sa kaning strokes kung mag-examine ka og handwriting mismo. So overall, those are the different types of instruments used in question document examination, and we also tackled on the different light sources as to the direction of their source. Hopefully, that is understandable.